Well, look at this cute little fish. Absolutely good. It's a beautiful little cat toy. Very little ends to sew in. You will need 100% cotton yarn, my Hobby Lobby yarn, and you will need a 3mm crochet hook to play with this pattern. And if you want to put eyes on it, I did add them at the end of this video, but I just don't like them. But if you want to add eyes, you can do that. And we're going to dive right into this. So let's get started. Okay, we're going to dive right into this little fishy cat toy. This is, like I said, another request. Couple disclaimers about cat toys. This fish takes a little bit of stuffing, cotton yarn. I am not going to say I'm 100% approved on using this stuff for cat toys, but I do know a lot of people do. So what I'm going to say is use this on your best judgment. If you want to make these and let your cats play with them, absolutely your choice. I personally, I don't know. I guess my big concern is the stuffing, them ingesting the stuffing. That's why this is done with a very small crochet hook and very tight stitches and only 100% cotton yarn. But again, please use your discretion when you're making this stuff for your animals. All right. So now we got that stuff out of the way. Let's get started. I am using a magic ring and a stitch marker. And Hobby Lobby yarn. I'm using just bright orange, but I love Hobby Lobby yarn. All right, starting with the magic ring. If you're not comfortable starting with a magic ring, I would suggest you chain 3, slip stitch to your first stitch, and then chain 1, and then we will meet at the same spot. All right, and my hook, I think I didn't tell you, it's a 3mm crochet hook that I'm using. Using the bigger hooks for this project's not going to turn out the same, so I do recommend a 3mm. So in your magic circle or in your chain, you're going to put in 6 single crochets. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now I'm going to pull it tight a little bit, but not ridiculous tight. So now we're doing continuous rounds, so we're not joining. So we're going to do another round of 6. So you just go back into that first stitch and you do 6. 1, 2, maybe these stitch markers are too big, so I guess I need to use smaller ones. Like I said, this is very tight. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. If you noticed, I still haven't pulled my center really tight yet. That's because right now seeing the stitches is very hard. So that being said, I'm just going to wait for one more round. Now the next round, I want you to put 2 single crochets in every stitch. So that's going to land you at 12 single crochets. Man, that thumb that I broke that nail is killing me. 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Now, before I do anything, now's the time. I am going to pull this tight. And then what I do to flip this back around, I take the back of my hook and I flip it. Because where your tail's coming out, that's the inside. But now we're through it enough, we should be able to do this. Okay. There. Now, in the first stitch, we're going to do two single crochets. Okay. And the next stitch, just one. So then in the next one, we'll put you in 2. This will land you at 18 single crochets. Can you see okay? That's so important to me to make sure you can see. So we're doing 1 stitch with 2 single crochets. And the next stitch with just 1 single crochet. And by doing that, coming all the way around, that's going to end with 18 single crochets for you. And I gotta say, this is probably the hardest part of this entire project, getting this started. Okay. Now, the next round, we're going to just match stitch for stitch. So you're going to end up with 18 single crochets. I'm going to meet you around. Okay. Now, next row, put in 2 single crochets in your first stitch. And then 1 single crochet in each of the next 2. 1 and 2. So the next one is 2 single crochets. And then 1 single crochet in the next 2. I'll meet you around and keep repeating. Okay, when coming around, you should end on 2 single crochets. Just like that. All right. Now, for the next 8 rows, I just want you to match stitch for stitch. So 8 rows of 24 stitches. Okay, and I'll meet you back. Okay, here we are. 8 rows and 24. It should It really shouldn't be having really gaps or spaces in there, okay? All right. So now what we're going to do is I want you to put a single crochet in your next stitch and put your stitch marker back on. And put a single crochet in the next one. And in the next stitch, you're going to do a full decrease. Don't do those front loop only decreases. Okay, so then a single crochet and a single crochet and then a decrease. The reason we're not doing a front only decreases is I feel it's going to leave gaps in there and the stuffing can come out, and I don't want to advise that. So again, 2 front single crochets and then a decrease. Single crochet, single crochet, and decrease. Single crochet, single crochet, and decrease. Single, single, and a decrease. Now, the next one, do a single crochet, put your stitch marker back. The next one, do a decrease. The next one is single crochet. And the next one, do a decrease. Okay. Single crochet. And a decrease. Single crochet and a decrease. And that's what we're doing all the way around. Okay. Now, I would suggest you stop. It is a cat toy, so probably stiffer is probably better. Sorry about my drink in the background. I've been extra thirsty today, so I do apologize for that if you hear it in the background. And my throat's been getting dry, so I don't know if I'm catching a cold or what. Okay. So you can take your stitch marker out now. And now what we're going to do, we're going to fold it. And I want you to single crochet over, and do not slip stitch. Slip stitches are harder to get into. So single crochet, just go across and grab each stitch. There's some people that suggest you slip stitch this part of the fish, but the slip stitches are just tremendously hard to get into, and then your fins look all wonky, and not a fan. All right. See, there's your fish. Okay. Now we're going to turn, and I want you to chain 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Second chain from the hook, we're on a single crochet back all the way down. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and make sure you get that last one, and 9. Okay. Then slip stitch right into that stitch that you started with. All right, because you need to secure it. So chain 1. Now we're going to go up this chain, single crochet all the way up. 1, not all the way, just follow. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and 8. And we're going to stop right there. Okay. Chain 1 and turn. Skip your first one. Now single crochet all the way down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and make sure you get the whole 7. Now we're going to slip stitch into the next single crochet. Okay. And turn our work. Chain 1. Now we're going to single crochet back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and just 5. Chain 1, skip 1, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then in that center stitch, slip stitch. Okay. Now we're going to turn our work. Chain 1. 1 single crochet, 2, 3, and 4. Chain 3. 1, 2, and 3. Turn your work. Second chain from the hook, we're doing a single crochet down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and make sure you get your 7th one in there. 7. Next stitch, bottom, slip stitch. Chain 1 and single crochet all the way up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Chain 3. 1, 2, and 3. Turn. And then we're second chain from the hook. We're doing a single crochet our way back down. And then slip stitch into your very first stitch. And then if you want, right next to it, do one more single crochet to kind of lock it in. And then chain 1. Looks like mine's a little lopsided. Pretty cool, huh? And then weave in your ends very, very good. And then when you're done, you can just slip it through. if you want to add eyes, I think this needle might be too thick. If I can find a smaller one. Now you don't have to put eyes on your fish, and you also, I think I might just block this so the tail's laying properly, but that's okay. Anyway, you don't have to add eyes, but if you want to, let me show you how to do that. How about... Now when you go through it, some of the stuffing in the center is going to come out. But you can handle that later. Go back up into where it came out. And then... I don't want to go through it. It's for when I'm doing a mouth. I apologize. Okay. And then you just go back and forth. And then you can just keep going through this until the eye is closed, if you want the eye closed, like filled in completely. See, as you keep going over it. eye is going to fill in. But it's not letting me get in. So what else you can do? It's because the stitches are so tight. And now I'm going to get it. There's a little bit of orange showing, and you can do it. There we go. And then you can do it on the other side too. I like my fish personally without eyes. Okay, there he is in all his glory. Took the eye out. I don't like the eye, but if you want to add an eye, but I don't recommend the plastic eyes. I would recommend you to sew them on. But, oh, a little bit left. Anyway, but this is a request. This little fishy turned out really, really cute. And it is a cute toy for your cat to bop around the house. Absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful and easy to do. Thank you for watching our videos. I really do appreciate it. If you could hit that like and that subscribe button at the bottom. And come find us on Facebook under WIP for Work in Progress and Chain. Maggie, Lauren, and myself wish you only the best. Happy holidays. And we'll see you at our next video. Happy crocheting, everybody.